Kia ora and welcome to the Beer Jerk Beer of the Week Drink Along. I'm Luke.
And I'm Matt.
This week we're drinking a beer from Altitude.
We love Altitude.
Yeah, big fans.
Yeah, so Altitude are a brewery in Queenstown, down in the middle of the South Island. I'm sure you all know where Queenstown is and all about it. And they are fantastic. A beautiful team of guys owned by...
Calm down.
They're very handsome gentlemen.
Well, also, yeah.
Owned by Eddie and Elliot. Settle down.
That's how you pour a Hefeweizen. You want lots of big fluffy head when you're drinking a wheat beer.
That's
we'll give it a moment.
We'll give it a moment to settle down.
A good cloudiness.
So yeah, they are right on the edge of Lake Wakatipu in Frankton there. They've got a really great tap room with some spectacular views of the mountains. And yeah, they make some delicious beers. They were champion New Zealand Small Brewery last year.
Yeah.
Which is a really good result for them. And they brew all sorts of things. They brew whatever they feel like, really.
Yeah, they collaborate a lot as well. So they do work with local ingredient suppliers. So there's some really cool stuff with Garston Hops down there. You've probably seen on the news this week, they just did a collaboration with...
Nadia Lim.
Yeah, what's her farm called? Royal Burn, I think?
Yeah, and they've
using
made,
barley grown in this local big farm.
Yeah, so they've made a Pilsner there, which, yeah, sort of really that focus on local ingredients and, yeah, local hops, local barley, which is becoming more of an option for those South Island brewers now, with people like Garston popping up, some of the Nelson hop growers moving a little further south, and, yeah, some local barley being grown as well, so it's really cool to see.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And in recent years, Altitude have really been making waves for their kettle sours and their fruited sours. So they do a fantastic job. I think the secret is just putting in loads and loads of fruit. Yeah. And they've just made these like big, thick, smoothie type beers.
So those are called the Jam Session series, and yeah, like as Luke said, loads and loads of fruit. So as Small Gods, we collaborated with them recently to make our Brock Inspector, which is a salted lychee and passion fruit imperial sour, which we were really happy with.
Yeah, it was great.
But also, yeah, really happy with this Hefeweizen.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I got to try it when we were actually down brewing Brock Inspector. They gave me a can, and I was really impressed. It's got a slightly different note than a lot of other Hefeweizens have. It's, to me, it's kind of coming across as less banana-y, and there's more of a kind of soft fruit pear apple thing kind of coming through, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm getting some. And with Hefeweizen, it's all down to the yeast variety, but also just what that yeast does and what kind of esters it spits out, and just different chemical compounds that are created in the fermentation process. So you often do get like clove flavors, bubblegum, banana are the main ones that people talk about with wheat beers like this. But yeah, I'm getting just really interesting character. I think I'm getting some definitely like bit of spiciness in there.
Yeah, and I'm kind of getting a juicy fruit gum kind of vibe, where it's that kind of almost tutti fruity. So yeah, less on the banana and clove. I'm finding than a lot of the traditional German Hefeweizens, which I mean, I appreciate a good Hefeweizen, but it's not my favorite style. Whereas this example of it really ticks the boxes for me. So yeah, I tried when I tried it. I immediately called up the brewery and asked if they had any we could buy for beer of the week, and they said no.
Then you asked hard.
And I asked hard, and they still said no. But they said if you're going to take it for beer of the week, we might brew it again. So I was like, yes, I will. And so they did. And here it is.
Good work with your persistence.
Yeah, so this is a fresh batch. So we got that basically from the brewery the week that it was packaged. So as fresh as can be, and yeah, really happy with it.
Yeah, I love Hefeweizens. It's one of my favourite styles. It's a style I can just keep drinking.
Hashtag Luke's traditional German beer styles.
Yeah.
I think the hashtag needs to be shorter than that, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, all German beer styles are some of my favourite styles, I suppose. But yeah, just drinking a beautiful big bottle of traditional German beer on a sunny day. It's a beer that I can just go back to and just keep on drinking. But there's enough interest in there that you're drinking something that's flavourful and interesting. But also it doesn't. It's not overwhelming necessarily. But yeah, I just love the body in a good wheat beer. I like the aroma of it. I love the big fluffy heads. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah, so that's a lovely beer from a great brewery and a great team of people. So if you're down in Queenstown, make sure that you stop by the tap room. It's on the way from the airport into town, so keep an eye on your left. It's the opposite the petrol station going through, definitely pay them a visit because along with this, they've got a really good tap lineup in general. Their hazy IPAs are great. They're classic. They've got a really nice Sake Pilsner, which is absolutely delicious. Which is currently in our spring drop. We've got the last couple of those still available while we've got a couple of weeks of spring left. So I'd recommend having a look at that if you want something else really interesting from altitude.
Yeah. So good work, Altitude team. We should probably get some more of your beers in the Beer of the Week box.
Yeah, probably.
Other stuff we've got going on. It is nearly December, nearly a couple of weeks away. So we are hard at work in the warehouse pulling together all of the advent calendars that you've all pre-ordered. So they're all going to be going out the door in the next week or so to arrive with everybody in time for December.
I think we have about 9 left of our premium advent calendar in stock now, so that's going to sell out probably by the time you watch this video. If it's still there, this is your very, 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 very last chance to get it in time for the 1st of December. And as we've said a bunch on this video, it is the best box of beer that we do every year. It is packed with just absolute bangers from local and international breweries, exclusives, new releases, fresh batches. It's a really cool product and we're really happy with it again this year.
It's the best box of beer anyone does, Matt. There's a few pretenders that have come on the scene doing their own advent calendars.
It's the best.
Yeah, they're not as good as ours.
They're not.
Absolutely not.
But if the premium advent calendar is a little out of your reach, and we also have 3 other advent calendars this year. We have the Favourites Advent Calendar, which is packed with core range favourites, some of the most iconic beers, classic styles, 330ml core range stuff, which is really fantastic. We have our Cider Advent Calendar, which is a first for us this year. It's the first time we've been able to assemble 24 different New Zealand ciders, and that's been going really well. So again, if there's someone in your life who doesn't drink beer, or you want to take a break because you're still drinking your beer of the week every week, and you've got enough beer going on, there's that, and it's going to be a fantastic lead into summer as the weather gets hotter. And if you're,
I love how you're just giving people lots of reasons why you might want to drink cider instead of beer. Some people just like cider.
Yeah,
but
everyone. Yeah, it's not as good as beer. And we also, if a beer every day in December is a bit much for you, we have the non-alcohol advent calendar. So we've been able to put together a great box of non-alcoholic beers into an advent calendar this year as well. Thanks to the recent boom in that category, and the quality of those is through the roof at the moment. It's a completely different game than it was even a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
The beers that are coming out a lot of them are absolutely on par with the full flavoured variety. So if you want to take it easy in December, you can check that out as well. But if you're not wanting to take it easy in December,
enter the Magi. So these are the Small Gods beers that we have brewed for Christmas this year. So they're just about ready. We've had a load of glasses that have been printed. So they're available now for pre-order, and they're going to be shipping in 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. It's the 3 wise men. So you've got Balthazar here. This is Melchior. And over here you've got Gaspar.
So these are inspired by the 3 wise men, or the 3 magi. Still not sure how to pronounce that.
They say Magi, I don't know if I'm right though.
Yeah.
I've only ever read it.
Yeah, the 3 magi or magi of the Nativity. So they're the 3 wise men who visited Jesus at his birth. Or so they say.
His alleged birth around Christmas Day.
Yeah. And for summer we thought we'd bring a taste of real Christmas to New Zealand. Both being Northern Hemisphere lads, Christmas is all about those big, heavy, rich, dark fruit flavours. So what we've got here is Gaspar is a figgy pudding oat wine. So just kind of like a barley wine, but amped up on the body, heaps of oats, really got that treacly figgy vibe. And we have Melchior, which is our sticky date Belgian quad. So a really nice kind of amber ruby colour to that one, that kind of slight spice from the Belgian yeast, and loaded up with dates. So again, it's got that kind of whole dark fruit feel. and then Balthazar is our chocolate rumble imperial stout. So if any of you are fans of Santa, which we released as for Christmas last year, this is brewed along those same lines. A big, rich, thick, rummy, chocolatey, boozy imperial stout. So as Luke said, all three of those are available for pre-order on the website at the moment. You can get them as a 3, 6 or 12 pack. A lot of these beers we really recommend actually buying them now and drinking them next Christmas. They're beers that are designed to age and age gracefully, so if you get that 12 pack, you're looking after yourself for the next few years, and you can, next year when it comes to Christmas, you can give yourself a pat on the back about the delicious thing that you've got stashed away in the cupboard.
Yeah, we both went to a really great barley wine tasting event last night with our mate David Moyner. He organises these sort of beer style tasting events, and it was really cool to try some of the same barley wine that's got 4 years age difference. And it just age really makes a big difference in a lot of these big beers.
Yeah, and,
so,
and these three specifically are designed with that kind of aging in mind. They're going to be delicious young, but they're going to age gracefully, so we recommend hanging on to a couple. And those 3, 6 and 12 packs are all available with a brand new Small Gods glass as well. It's got a star on it because the three wise men followed the star.
I can get that.
But, well, some people are idiots, Luke.
Some people are. Some of you may be idiots.
You're probably not idiots. You're Beer Check subscribers. I don't know why I'd say that. So those bundles are available now, and as Luke said, shipping in 3 weeks' time. So those are going to be limited. And last year they were all gone by Christmas. So do us a favour and make sure these are all gone by Christmas as well, please.
Treat yourself. Fantastic Christmas gift for yourself or loved ones, or
everyone you know.
Just everyone, yeah. Unless they're a cider drinker, then.
Do it anyway, then you get to drink it later.
Thanks for joining us again this week. I hope you enjoy the beer, and thanks again to Altitude for making a bang-in Hefeweizen.
And we'll see you next week, all sweaty from packing your advent calendars.